to welcome you to a new class. This will be a Revit architectural class for beginners. So if you are new to this, I will request you to join my YouTube channel, Engineer Headmond. Officially click on the subscription link, so whenever I drop a content like this, you will be notified. Now, for beginners only, you will be seeing the interface, which is the first stage for our architectural drawing. Now, this is our Revit. We have gone to the Revit page and select the architectural space, and we'll be seeing some major items. The building is classified in two phases. One, we'll be working with the building major elements, and the building major elements range from the wall, the door, the window, the column, the roof, ceiling, floors, and some other items to the stair. While the components, which are these, are the added items like shelves, curtain, kitchen items, electrical items, which we will be placing inside your workspace. Revit is easy. It's just a pick and drop and follow the procedure carefully. Then you'll be able to come to a complete design of any architectural drawing. Now, again, two major thing you'll be knowing in the Revit is, one, you should be able to work with your properties. The properties is very important in the Revit design space. You want to know what is involved inside a particular item, be it a component, be it a wall, because when you're selecting a wall, you should be able to know the properties of a wall. It has the thickness, it has the coloration, so you can manipulate these items inside the property column. And again, you'll be working with the browser, the project browser. These two are very important for Revit design, because in the project browser, you should be able to navigate from floors to floors. You should be able to check your camera views, because these is the cameras inside the workspace. So you should be able to check the west, east sides, the north sides. And again, you should be able to add up some legends, which will be in details as we go ahead in the design process. Quantities can be extracted from this in space, and the worksheet for your drawing will be extracted. And as you are bringing in component items which are grouped to families, the families will be recorded inside the family column here. And also items in group, when you are selecting some few important items, you group them, and you will be seeing the review as we go ahead. Now, when you take a look at this picture, it is a complete design drawing. In this drawing, it is cut from level to level, and this you'll be seeing here in the property browse, the project browser, where we'll be browsing from level to level. You can see this, the floor plans. Now the floor plans range from level 1, level 2 to the side. Same, you're doing that for the ceiling, level 1 to level 2. And here, let me bring it to your information properly. When we're talking about the level, because this is the difficult starting point for beginners, we were talking about the level, we're talking at the base points that you separate your building to actually bring the building to a connection stage. Now, if I should be clicking level 1 and I make the base of my assumed ground in this design as level 1, it means I will be working directly on level 1. So when I create another level, I can create a level here as my bed level. So with this bed level, I will call it maybe level 2, depending on the name that I want to place for the bed. It can be a bed, it can be a blind, it can be oversight concrete, depending on what name you have assigned to that position. Then again, we can also, because this level comes in item, and Revit have a series calculated height. So if I'm taking a level from a zoom ground 800 millimeter, then I should take the next level to the heighting of the house to this point 3000 millimeter. So it's not going to record it as a single 3000 millimeter. It will add the 800 and the 3000, so you'll be having 3800 millimeters. So it goes up from stage to stage depending on the bedroom height level of your building. So let's see how we can now put a level position for this type of building. But what we will be introducing to is not going to be like a complex design of this. You start from a beginner phase before you work a complex design. I will go to my Revit space. Again, follow me in the YouTube channel, Engineer Edmond Philly. Click on the subscription button. You can click on the little bell sign, so whenever I drop a content, you'll be notified immediately. Now I want to take you to the level positions, but before there, I will open up the sat view elevations of the building. So when I click the sat view, remember, let me go to the level. It's working with the cameras. This is the north cameras, the west, the south, and the east. So based on this, you have a coordinate position system. Now I will just click on the south view. Now when you first open your Revit, this is what is going to show you. Now I want to bring that idea of this structure which I have just showed you. Okay, this how we can change the name of this level, and I will call this one the assume level, okay, or the assume ground, or you can call it ground level. So let me click on this, and it shows this way just on your keyboard, or you can click this GL. You can say 1 GL, so you can go serially in your floor plans detail naming system. So immediately I change this level 1 GL, this level 1 will change. So I can click out of the space, and it will bring a warning sign of this. We respond by saying yes, that it should change it. So now you can see it shows here 1 GL. And if I want to create another of these, I can just click on this line, which is the level line, and you can click on this is create similar, so you can create the respective similarities of objects by selecting this icon. Or you can go to your architectural panel space, which is the ribbon, and select the level and see the same level. You can see details of that. Okay, so I'm showing the two ways you can get that. You can click on this one and as well click a particular height and end it by clicking on the space. I want to stop this one again now. So now you can see it shows a height of 1000 millimeters. Now in Revit, you can manage the unit or system. Go to the manage tool, and you can browse the project units in change the unit system. If you're using meters or a terrestrial foot system, you can get it from here. So I will just go back here, and I want to change this name to the next level. And at this point, I'm giving this level to be my bed position or my oversight concrete. So I will just click here and name it to oversight concrete. Alright, I always love to reduce the scale for this point for easy visualization. So I've changed this to be 2 oversight concrete. So if I come back to the floor plans, I'm seeing this as 2 oversight concrete. So I have not heighted it to the actual height I will be needing. And this height can be the subcharge height, additional height to foundation from the assumed ground. So from our thinking, it means we have 2 blocks or 3 blocks depending on your soil capacity strength nature report to the ground level before you run out your strip foundation. Alright, so now I want to change this to be my headroom, which will now take the position of this height of the building. But in this case of this design, it have two heighting level for headrooms. But we'll be working with this first simple, there are single heighting level for headroom. Now we change this and name it 3 headroom, which is the maximum height of your building. It's always 3 meters. For standard height, you're using 3.3 meters, which is 3,300. Okay, how we accept this? Not an error. So we change the name. So when I accept and I come back to this, you see 1 GL, 2 oversight concrete, and 3 headroom. So now I want to enter lastly another one. Now I was like telling you before that in the architectural line, if you want to take the level, you can come here and click it. But I want to show you the second procedure. You can click this icon. It's called a create similar, and it has a command prompt function CS. So on your keyboard, if you just click CS, you will initiate the command. So I will just select this and come to this end, let it be in the same alignment position, and I'll drag this to the end and put in the same alignment position. So why I put this in the same alignment position? So whenever I want to stretch this, I can easily stretch the entire of the elevation cutout points. So now I want to change this one, let it be 4. It will be our parapet level. Parapet level LV. Let me put it LV for and just put L down. So L for level. Then I can click out space and accept the condition. Now I want to hide this. I want to hide this to my building, so I can change the subcharge height from the assumed ground condition, and same to the headroom, because I don't have the headroom to be, this is already 3 meters, but I want this to be 800. You can go less, so areas that are so swampy, you can height it more to keep your building in a perfect shape. So I want to take dimension for this, and to initiate this dimension, whenever you select an item, let me go to annotation. Here in annotation, I can pick the excuse me, I can pick the dimension now. But how we initiate dimension with a command prompt function di. With di at the first instance, you initiate the dimension, and same is selecting the alignment. If you don't want to do that in the DI, you can come to the annotation toolbar and select the linear alignment to do the function, or it can be an align or dimension. So place this one here and also go and click on this one. You see it's giving the height, and click on this one and end up clicking any space and it will end. So you can use your escape to end the command. So for me to hide this, we select on. When I want to hide or reduce this level, I will select this level to change this. So if I select this level to change, it means I'm pushing this line upward. But this is a fixed position. So I will select this line here and enter command the value 700. It can be 800. Let's make it 800 for the height. And automatically it has add up the level. So I will come to this next. So if I'm clicking on this, then I'm dropping it. So I will enter this 3000 as my height and click on this, and after considering the design quantities, whatever I will take for my parapet, I will make it 450 to reduce cost. Alright, when you are not viewing properly the title of this, you can select one of this one and click on this toggle mark, and it enables you to shift this one, alright, for easy view. And this is very important to start up any design, and this I will call the first stage for beginners. How you arrive to this, we have talked about the architectural ribbons with the elements, the building elements, which are the major building elements. And I tell you that you have the walls, doors, windows, columns, roof, ceiling, floors as one of the major building elements. Then again, the components which represent items placed in your building. These are the tables, the shelves, like furnitures, all the electricals inside the building. Again, I also draw your attention to these two bar. These two dialog bars is the dialog bar system, which carry the properties and the project browser. And when you go through, as explained, they are very important. And we have been working with this for the first stage to set up the drawing. It means if you have set up this position, I can easily draw on this level, wherever level I selected. Now, as I'm changing this order, you're seeing the same name reference in the ceiling. Then again, I told you that in the elevation you are looking at, let me click on this oversight concrete. It means I want to work on this platform, and these are the cameras that stipulate the respective elevations. The south, which is here, I can rename these to be my front, my back, my right hand side, and my left hand side, depending on how you really want to view your works. You have to set up your system properly as you go ahead in the design. Thank you very much. And the next phase, we will be working on bringing the walls in this platform. I will be saying videos for the next stage on how we just call this as let me create a folder for it and call it a Revit lecture. So This is now lecture 1. ST for start. So next we go to lecture 2 and we start to bring walls up on this open space. Do study hard and as well follow my YouTube channel for more content like this. I'll be taking you gradually as a beginner procedure for you to quicken your expertise. Thank you.